Hey there, it's Bobby Legs and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. And today, you and I will be taking a look at the Vostok Amfibia Scuba Automatic. Now, this is the first time I've had a Vostok in for the channel for a review, and I feel like it's almost like a rite of passage for YouTube watch reviewers or YouTube watch content creators to do or showcase Vostok, right? I mean, they have a cult following. This is a made in Russia watch. Most of the reviews I've seen, and most of the times I've ever seen a Vostok, has been like the Scuba Dude and that kind of style look. They're very affordable, which is a nice thing, and I think that's what attracts a lot of people. And they do have a unique look to them for sure. I haven't really seen this one before, and I know there is actually now a couple. You can see a couple reviews on there on YouTube regarding this watch. But sure, why not? Let's take a look at it. It's kind of different in regards to the Vostok lineup, at least as I know it. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on Vostok, but this is the Vostok Amfibia Scuba Automatic Mechanical Scuba 200m. It's a long title on their website for sure. Currently, it's out of stock. I'm not sure if this is a active model or if it's been discontinued. So let's just call this an overview. When it's available on their site, it's about 159 euro. So just around or just under 200 USD, depending on the day and the conversion rate. So there we go. So let's jump into the specs before I tell you how I feel about the watch and what I think are some positives and negatives to it. So I measured a case diameter from the 9 o'clock to the 3 o'clock position here at 41 millimeter. The lug to lug at 47.9. The case thickness is 14.9, and you do have a slightly domed mineral crystal here. Lug width of 19. This is a stainless steel PVD coated case. You do have a stainless steel case back. And textured relief here. I guess this is the Amfibia symbol or Vostok symbol and Amfibia written there. Russian watches, stainless steel, water resistant. It is a 200-meter water resistant watch. Cushion case, and then you have this kind of what I would call, I guess, a bezel here. A fixed bezel with four hexagonal kind of type screws there holding it in. But like I said, cushion case. I do like cushion case watches, or most of them anyway, and I'll get into that in a little bit. It comes in this black silicone strap, which is very, very flexible and soft. But just note, if you are at a 6 3/4 inch wrist size like I am, or less, this strap is very, very long, so you may have to get another strap. The owner of this watch who sent it in had on a Barton silicone strap, and that's what I was wearing it on. But I wanted to put this on for the review because it's not a bad strap. It's just really, really long, and when I put it on, you'll see. I go all the way up to here. Anyway, let's get into more of the details of the watch. Like I mentioned, it is a 200-meter water-resistant watch. This screw right here, this crown, will wind the watch. And then you can pop it and then change the time. And you do see here at the 3 o'clock position on the dial, a date, and you have the day before and the day after. So 3 days you get to see there, the date that's upcoming, the date that you're on, and the date that you passed. And, I'm typically not that crazy about that kind of look, but on this dial, it works for me. So I don't have a problem. I know it kind of breaks up the symmetry of the watch, which is very important to a lot of people, and I get that. I'm not really hung up on that kind of stuff, so it's fine for me. Now, this is powered by the Vostok 2416 caliber movement. It's 19,800 beats per hour, 31 joules. It's got a 31-hour power reserve, and we'll talk about that, along with a time tolerance of negative 20 seconds and plus 60 seconds, which we'll also talk about a little bit later. This dial is a nice dial. I got no problems with this dial. You have superluminova on the indices and on the hands, and you have the nice bright orange seconds hand that matches the Scuba Inscript in 200 meters. This is a compressor style bezel. So right here with this crown, you unscrew it and you can move the bezel around, and it goes both ways. So you could time your dives or whatever, or when you're cooking pasta, you can time when the pasta is done. The compressor numbers are in orange, and then obviously the indices on the dial are white, and you do have a minute track on both the compressor and on the dial itself. Amfibia written on top and automatic underneath. Let me get that out there so we can get a good look at that. A nice orange crosshair is a nice little touch. Overall, I do like the design of the dial. I got no issues with that. You have a signed crown here for the winding mechanism, and nothing on the compressor mechanism there. This watch weighs around 116 grams as configured. And let me put this on wrist so I can give you guys a quick look about how it looks like on my 6 3/4 inch wrist. And see, I'm gonna go all the way to the top slot here on the strap, and you can see, I mean, there's a lot of wiggle room here. So like I said, if you're at 6 3/4 and under, you may want to look at a different strap option. But having said that, the watch sits very nicely on my wrist, and it's very comfortable. Again, at 116 grams, it's very, very light. And at times, over the last couple of days when I was wearing it, I'm almost forgot that I had it on. PVD coated buckle here as well, with the Amfibia written on there. So other than the shape of the case and how it fits and sits on the wrist, I do like the watch in general, but there are definitely some pet peeves about it that I have, and then one huge negative. So one of my pet peeves is that I'm not really a big fan of the compressor style bezel. And look, that's just a pet peeve of mine. That's nothing against the watch. You may find that you like that. I don't. I like to have a nice bezel up here where I could just, fidget with. It's more of a fidget factor here with me. Like I said, I like the way it moves. I mean, it feels on wrist, and I do like the cushion case. Some pet peeves that I have, other than the compressor, well, it's basically the power reserve, which is very, very low. 31 hours. Now, Vostok has a reputation, their movements have a reputation to be highly inaccurate. And the interesting thing is, like, I use an app called Tool Watch to measure accuracy. I don't have a time grapher, right? So I don't have a really thorough way to detect if it's on time, the health of the movement, and whatnot. But the app, I feel, does a decent job. So I wound the watch, and after 12 hours, I took a reading, and it was plus 7 seconds. And I thought, well, okay, that's not terrible, right? I mean, the time tolerance are negative 20 and plus 60. And then I decided to take another reading. And then 12 hours later, I was at negative 41. So I think, and this is just my speculation, I'm not an expert on Vostok or their movements or in movements in general. I mean, I know reference to movements, and I could talk on a 30,000 foot level about movements, but an expert I am not. What I speculate is that when the power drains and you get, down to where it's about to, stop, the accuracy probably gets really, really crazy in a bad way. So that's what I'm thinking is happening here. Like I said, I don't have any proof of that. That's just a theory, but it's quite possible. Or it could be just a really crappy movement. But you don't get a Vostok for accuracy, right? You get a Vostok because of the charm of it all, the affordability of it all. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But it is a fun watch, I would have to say. And if you're in a mood to picking up a Vostok and you don't want to get the typical Vostoks that you see or that everybody gets, this may be an option for you. It's a little bit different. Anyway, that I've seen. Maybe they have tons of models like this. I don't know. But as a casual Vostok observer, I've never seen this model before. So I think it's interesting. I'm not a big fan necessarily of PVD coated watches, but this is okay. I could dig it. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about Vostok. Please put a comment below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If my channel is new to you and you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and click that bell icon to get updates when I upload new videos. I love making these videos, and I hope you like them too. And also, if you want to support the channel, please buy me a cup of coffee. The link is in the description. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.